Hi, I'm Ryan. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this project. I'm very excited to be working with you all. So this is the instructional video. You all have the soundtrack as well. I've provided a link to that. So basically the beginning of this piece, the first 4 minutes and 30 seconds, there's only a few people in it and you guys know who you are. So I'm actually going to start at 4:31 to be specific. This music starts. It's very it's the march music. Basically, you and your partner are going to be in holding rooms on opposite sides of the space, and we're going to march out single file around the perimeter of the space like this until you're facing your partner, and then and this march is to the beat. So I'm going to stand up and sing the part. So hold on. So basically, it's when you come into the doorway of your holding room, you're going to sort of take a turn, beat, and then turn again. And the beat is right on the music, or I'm sorry, the march is right on the music. So it's just a dun da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun dun da dun dun da dun dun. So that's the only choreography in the piece that you guys have to learn, is just right on that part, that sliding part. It's a slide into the middle of the space, hit with your foot, slide back in, hit with your foot. So we're marching around the periphery of the room with military turns. Then when you get to your spot, which you'll know, well, we'll work on that once I have an exact number of people, and so you guys will know your order. So you're just going to turn, and you're going to be facing your partner, who's on the other side of the room. However, the audience is going to be between you two, so you might not be able to exactly see each other. So then I'm going to give an audio cue, kind of like a shout that will mean that we should start marching towards each other. And what I'm hoping is that you can look straight ahead at your partner, but also keeping a periphery sort of vision of the other people in your line, because I'd love them to kind of move together as one unit. So that these kind of nice straight lines moving towards each other. The audience is in the middle, so we're kind of squeezing them out of the space. Don't worry, just keep marching, they'll move. And then what happens is once we hit each other, you just stare at your partner until the end of the march song. Which then at 8 minutes, another song, Walk the Night, starts. And this is when the individual duets start. So they start with traveling to an assigned space. I'm going to give everyone a space that they start off at so we can kind of have even distribution. And then once you've hit that space, you can move wherever you want. I just want it to kind of happen to where it explodes all over the room. In that movement, all that I ask is you keep eye contact with your partner. But this is when your individual movement starts. So you can run over this space, you can walk, you can start the, you can kind of have an antagonistic journey over there. Take as long as you want, or sprint. So basically what I'm looking for in these individual duets you all are creating is, like I said, movement that incorporates antagonism / attacking / fighting, the battle part of this. But also kind of the sexual sort of making out element. Which, can be as extreme as you want it to be. I mean, it does not have to be, making out. It can just be sort of this, playing with that. I just sort of like a blend through movement and dance of there being kind of this blend of being antagonistic towards each other and also being attracted to each other. These motions can be really big. They can be West Side Story fight scenes, which can be fantastic. Or they can be sort of subtle. I know two people who are both bearded are going to be rubbing beards the entire time, then pulling away, doing sort of more antagonistic poses, and then coming back together. And like I said, I would love for you guys to travel around the space. People are going to be moving around the space as well. The entire time of this is 12 minutes. I know that's long, so I'm not, if you want to take that on and have a unique choreography for 12 minutes, please be my guest. However, I want people to feel free to incorporate a loop, which can just sort of be the same thing every time, or maybe it's the same thing every time with variation. or it can be involve improvisation. So really, I want you guys to feel an ownership of this. The one thing I ask is that everyone has kind of a stoic look on their face. So I don't want people to really even respond to the audience, and I want them to kind of have sort of like a blank face the entire time, no matter what the motions are. You know, if they're ridiculous, if I just think that that will be sort of a unifying element if we all have that. Certain, kind of a commitment to the movement. So we're taking this thing that could be sort of chaotic and really, kind of giving it almost like a gravitas with our faces. So during Walk the Night, I want the motion to be slower and almost grander, almost like, these kind of almost, it can be part of this loop, but almost a little more bombastic and like almost like a slow motion fight. This is if you guys are beating each other up. Just a little bit slower and, and so that happens for 5.5 minutes, Walk the Night. Then it goes to this slow, sort of somber flute music that lasts for a minute. So when Walk the Night ends, you're, in your pose. And then when the somber music starts, I just kind of want people to come down to neutral, slowly. And just neutral meaning you're standing there, you kind of are yourself, you can look around the space, you have a minute just to kind of like, just be yourself standing. Then at 14 minutes, the next song comes on. You have a warning, which is this guy comes on and says, "I'm waiting for the music so that I can feel it." And once that music starts, I want you to bring up the movement again. And this time starting off in real time, so losing the sort of bombastic slow motion. And then I want this during the song, which is 6 minutes long, so it's kind of long, to sort of build to become more frantic. I want the piece to kind of end with, a lot of energy. I'm hoping that everyone will be out of breath by the end of this song. So this is kind of a faster song. I want people to feel free to either dance on the music, to the music, or dance against the music. I mean, this is fast music, but I mean, I'd love to see some really slow movement that happens in, kind of smaller motions the entire time. We obviously can talk about this when we meet one-on-one or during rehearsal. So basically the next thing that happens is at 17 minutes and 40 seconds. The music cuts out and a voice says, "Hold, 1 minute." At that part, wherever you were when the music stopped, so again, you are here. You're going to hold that for a minute, which is going to be a long time, but I think it's going to be really beautiful. This is when we're statues. So you're going to hold it. There's a 30-second warning, and then it says resume. At that point, there's only about 2.5 minutes left of the piece. So this is when you can really just let it all out. You can just kind of, work it up or not. I mean, I think it's interesting if someone just really does a very slow, small movement the entire time. So this is just something, this is a trajectory that I'm seeing, and I want you guys to feel free to play with it. So the next thing that happens is the end, which happens at 21 minutes. So at 21 minutes, basically there's the song starts kind of almost fading out to where it's only just a beat left. Then the beat has this kind of, this one heavy beat with lots of echo, and then a voice says down. When it says down, I want everyone to sharply just drop what they're doing and come to the ground. So it's like a collapsing almost. The lights are going to go off right after that, then they're going to come right back on. The piece is over. And this is a part that I'm very thankful for you guys doing, which is I want us to all stay on the ground until everyone's out of the space. So it's kind of, it's the remnants of the battle. We're all on the ground. So thank you guys so much for helping out. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you at rehearsal. I'll see you at the Paul Sepoya's photo shoot, and I'll see you the night of. Thank you so much. Bye.